Thank you for tuning back into the Z Project. Today I will show you how I took this bar stool that I got from Walmart and turned it into this bar stool. You will need 1-inch foam, fabric of your choice. I brought gray upholstery fabric from Joann's, an electric staple gun, a serrated knife or electric kitchen knife, decorative nail heads also purchased from Joann's, heavy duty thread or upholstery thread, a curved upholstery needle, scissors. You will also need batting and a piece of cardboard. Now disassemble the seat from the bar stool, and next you will carefully remove all the staples from the black covering and set that aside for later. Then remove the remaining staples. I am reusing the seat padding, but if you were to replace it, just make sure the padding is about 1.5 to 2 inches bigger than the wood base. Take the old fabric and set it aside. Now take the new fabric, lay it out, and iron out any wrinkles. Take the old piece of fabric and use it as a template to cut out the new piece. Now take the bar stool seat and place it evenly in the middle of the fabric and start pulling the fabric over the edges. Make sure to pull very tight and staple it in place. You will continue this around the entire seat. Right, and this is what it should look like. And try not to cover the screw holes. It will make attaching the chair a lot easier at the end. Next, take the black backing and you are going to center it on the stool and then start to staple it in place and staple it all the way around. Make sure to straighten and smooth it out as you go to make sure that the fabric is not bunching up. Next, take the heavy duty thread, double it up and thread it through the needle. I am using jumbo binder clips to hold the foam in place until I start stitching. Also make sure that the foam follows the curve of the chair. Now I am using an upholstery needle to thread because it's a metal chair and normally you would just staple it onto the chair. Fold the foam over the edge of the chair. This builds out the back and provides cushion. Take the needle through the back and the front of the foam and under the top round portion of the chair and make sure it follows the design of the top of the chair. I will explain as we continue. Leave a small tail of the string and you will thread the needle back through this and this will secure the stitch. All right, and you are going to go around the edge a few times just to ensure that you get the shape of the top of the chair. Now this is optional, but you can take tacky glue and apply it to the stitch to help secure it. Now you can kind of see why I am stitching under the top bar. It follows the design of the chair. Now you're going to continue to backstitch all the way across the top of the chair. Stitch around the edge a few times just as before. And secure it with tacky glue. And then tie and knot your end. Alright, now you're going to gather the foam over the metal edge of the chair and stitch along the outside edge of the foam. This is to cover all the hard metal and create a soft and cushioned chair back and side. Next, take the tacky glue and spread it on the back bottom portion of the chair, and try not to get any on the top section. Now take the piece of cardboard that is the length of the back of the chair and start to stitch it on. This is what the fabric will attach to at the end. And again, if this was a wooden chair, you would be able to skip this step. You are going to do the same for both sides. To help further secure it, I staple the string to the cardboard. And then you will continue to stitch the cardboard all the way down the side. And once you get to the bottom, you're going to secure it again by stapling it. Next, take the fabric and stretch it as tight as you can around the edge of the chair and staple it to the cardboard. Remember to pull it really, really tight. Do the exact same to the other side. Now staple the top edge to the cardboard. And staple the bottom. Now remember to pull the fabric very tight here at the bottom so then it won't be loose against the back of the chair. Now you're going to trim the excess fabric. And fold over the corners and staple it to the back of the chair. Now, to cover the lumps and bumps of the staples and the fabric edges, I use a piece of batting. I use a hot glue gun, and starting along the edge where the fabric is trimmed, I go ahead and I start gluing it all the way down. And then I cut off any excess batting at the bottom and the sides. And continue gluing it. Now I do apologize, but right after this my camera died. But what I am going to do is cut a piece of fabric to the dimensions of the back of the chair, and then I fold over the edges to give it a finished look, and I secure it with the decorative nail heads. And this is the finished result. Now don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already, and like this video, and I will see you next time.